Hey, Hispanic of the Disco here. I'm here to talk about proxies versus counterfeit cards. Now, I got into an argument not too long ago about, oh, proxying a card is no different than counterfeiting a card. I do not believe this. And the whole argument started off of one of the commanders I've been wanting to build, Brea Ethereum Shaper. Let me just pull the card out here. So, the difference between a proxy and a counterfeit is that proxies are meant to be notably different than the actual card counterpart. They are meant to either have different art or have some sort of visual indication, just so then you can have an acting copy of a card, so a copy of the card which you can still play. But everyone at the table is aware it's not the real card, whether you want to protect the real card or by keeping it locked up in a safe like my friend Sam, or you just want to play with really fun art like I do. So here is the proxy. Well, here is the actual card that you'll be seeing right here, Brea Ethereum Shaper. And here is the proxy in question, which, as you can see, is literally right on the back. It's this neat art that I found online, and I thought, why not get it printed on a Magic the Gathering card? Simply because, hey, I really like this art. And you can see I have the real card right here if this is difficult for you to read. Someone was yelling at me about this when I literally just want to play with cool art. Granted, I love the original art. I just find this to be more my style, as I kind of grew up with a bunch of, I grew up with anime and uh, video games using that type of art style. Now, let me bring up some other interesting proxies as well. Well, not really proxies, these are just tokens. But yeah, sometimes you can just use them as acting copies of the actual card. I couldn't find the mono black Fairy Rogue tokens and the blue black Fairy Rogue tokens anywhere near me. So I went through the effort of finding some art I like online, made sure Lindsay, gets the actual art credit on the bottom, and I made custom cards for them. So then that way, hey, I can use these as full art tokens. They look nice, they're visually appealing, they're notably different, so people can be able to tell which one's which, especially after you've seen the deck once or twice. And these are just literally tokens. People use anything for tokens. The back of a card, you just put it on the field, hey, I'm using this as a token. Fine. Using a proxy in this manner is no different than using a token. Now, this is my beloved Una deck. There are some cards in here which I'm playtesting, so I don't own the actual card yet, but I'm playtesting them by having proxies in its place. Let me find one of the cards real quick. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this card. Here you go. So the card in question, another card in which I'm proxying, but I do not own, and I'm simply playtesting the card, is Jace Memory Adept. Now, as you can tell, this is not the real card. Square corners, and if you look at this corner right here, you can see that's literally just a piece of paper printed in black and white so it doesn't fool anyone. When the actual card under it is an Ogre Jailbreaker, just some bulk common I have. This I use as an acting copy of the card simply because I'm testing it for the deck. It is 100% not real. Everyone at the table knows this. It is me testing the card before I were to go and purchase it, so I don't waste money. People gave me a hard time about this. People gave me a hard time about having a proxy, an alternate art proxy of Brea. People gave me a hard time about even my tokens. People were giving me a hard time about it simply because, oh, hey, they're not the real thing. Bitch, please, come on. You're going to complain about tokens of all things. These are not counterfeits. This is not a counterfeit. This is not a counterfeit. They are notably different than the actual cards in question. I am not using these to sell or to reap some form of profit. I'm not using these to con someone, to fool anyone. I am saying upfront, hey, this isn't the actual card. I either am testing this card, I have the actual card in the case of Brea, and I just want to use cool art, or I made my own custom tokens, I'm going to be using these tokens. Don't be a bitch about it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. This short video here is just me complaining, considering I've heard, well, people online are online and in person. It's all about, oh, proxies equal counterfeit. No, that's not always the case. Granted, there are some times where it is the case. You buy a counterfeit card intentionally, like you buy like an intentionally bad counterfeit to use as a proxy simply because you can't afford the real card. The people who do that are idiots, in my opinion. If you're going to proxy a card, it's a lot easier to just get a piece of paper, print in black and white. There you go. It's a lot easier to, what's called, to make sure that it's not confused for a real card, so people aren't pissed off at you for using a fake card. Like, okay, I hate counterfeits as much as the next guy. I think it takes away from, well, it takes away from people trying to buy cards. It's a con. It's abusive to the people who want to legitimately enjoy the game and invest in the game. No, I hate that. This is my deck. It has proxies in here, but not a single card in it is a counterfeit. The difference is, although they are both fake, the difference is in intent and how they are portrayed. Proxies are intentionally shown to be fake cards. They are obvious to those who use it, and they're just meant for good fun. Counterfeits are meant to be sold. They're meant to look as realistic as possible. In the case that they are almost unidentifiable. Well, they're almost like unidentifiable from the real card. Granted, there are ways to tell the difference, such as the inner blue layer, stuff like that. But come on. They can't. It's just extremely hard when people are just trying to have a good time and one person ruins it for the table just because he's throwing a bitch fit about one card that's not even being played in the game. He just kind of saw it in my little collection of decks here. Like, come on, dude. Really? I'm just annoyed. I've just stated my opinion about this and and what I feel about this. If you guys want to disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me what you think. Because, granted, I agree, proxies are a slippery slope. You can have a card proxied out and be in your deck for months, not getting the actual card, never intending to get the actual card, but lie to your friends. And that's the type of thing that one of my friends tried pulling, and I hate it. Like, seriously, dude, grow up. If you want to enjoy the game, actually spend some money in said game. Support a company that's, although their what's it called, their social and political beliefs are not things I agree with. They're churning out a good game. Support them. Come on, don't be that dick. Again, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, give me your opinion. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And hell, if you want to talk about these types of things, join my Discord. It'll be down in the description. Have a good one, guys, and have a great day.